Welcome, Legion. I want to talk to you guys today about how to make progress when you're injured and not getting re-injured or reducing the risk of getting re-injured as you're coming through this rehabilitation process or straight off the back of a injury. Now, it's important to first seek correct advice. So we're going to look for a good physio and a good strength and conditioning coach. And what these guys are going to do for us is create an awesome plan. They're going to devise a plan, a bit of a program that can be put together. And ideally it should have the end goal in mind of you returning to performance with no issues whatsoever, if not making you even better than you were actually before you got injured. Now, part of this plan, we need to set some goals and use targets for key periods of time. So there's certain targets that we might want to hit to be able to make this progress. And this is going to help us determine whether we're ready to make the next jump. So for example, after a long layoff of not being able to run because maybe you have a lower limb injury, one of the first targets for us is to be able to do some calf raises. So if you can pump out some calf raises and it looks nice and strong and controlled body weight, let's say you can do 20 plus on both legs, and it's within 90% of each leg, then we feel pretty confident that we might be able to try some hopping. So maybe a little bit of hopping on the spot, a little bit of jogging on the spot, a little bit of jumping up and down, skipping, jump rope, those types of things. And if you can tolerate that with no pain, no issues, it feels elastic, it feels good to do these things, then we can start to integrate some running. We can start with some lower intensity jogging. We start with a bit of jog walk. Okay, so 30-second jog, 30-second walk. Accumulate some distance via that way. And again, as this is starting to feel good, like if we're getting through these sessions, we're not too sore. All right, maybe we're pulling up a little bit stiff and sore from sessions because it's the first time we've done it. This is okay, and this is muscular soreness, DOMS, what we might have felt in the gym before. But realistically, we're feeling pretty good about it. It feels relatively easy, and we can make the next step. And this is when we decide, all right, we're going to progress. So from the jog walk, we go into some more moderate pace running, then into some higher tense running, and then some sprinting. And then we can kind of convert this into some modified training, etc., etc. Bang, we're back to return to play. Now, it's important to stay consistent throughout the rehabilitation process, because for every step forward that you make, you're now getting closer to that end goal of obviously returning to sport. For each session that you miss, we can't simply just use time as a way to say like, oh no, but it's been 4 weeks. Like, that's how long the doctor said it would take. It's been 4 weeks. This is incorrect. This is a poor decision. If we go via just pure time, you're actually not taking into account that the tissue is no longer as strong as what it once was. So you have to put some work in to regain that strength, and then if not, let's go stronger again so it doesn't happen again. So the chances of you re-injuring are less likely. So we don't use time as our pure decisive like metric. All right, yep, it's been long enough, let's go and play. We're using what we can actually complete in our training. Awesome, we've completed 3 sets of 80 meter sprints. 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We can do that. That's comfortable. Let's progress. I believe you're ready to train or to start some training. We must be patient and don't rush. If you are genuinely not ready to go to the next step, then don't. And it might just take one more session of what you've been doing. Just that one more session is enough to like, yep, cool, I feel really good now. Now I'm ready to go to the next step. As opposed to like, geez, that was like extremely hard. I'm brutally sore now. Maybe I'm even in a little bit of pain. Nah, but this has to be the next session because that gets me a little bit closer. Look, just hold your horses a little bit. Potentially maybe that session you just completed was a bit too much. We got a bit overzealous. Let's just pull it back slightly, get to a level that you're comfortable, and then we can make those steps forward. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back approach. And this works with normal training as well. This is how you make long-term progress. So whether you're injured or not, this is what's going to happen, is you're going to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back sometimes. And this is completely fine. This is normal. Slowly build. Be patient. Take your time. Always assess the risk versus the reward. There is obviously occasions where you have to ask yourself, what does it mean to you? There's obviously going to be times where I think the big one that comes up a lot for us, if it is a grand final, would they play? In some circumstances, yeah, we maybe have to go for it. But you as the athlete get to make the ultimate decision there. You need to weigh up the risk versus reward, not only on your own body health, but for the team at stake as well. Are you potentially getting a little bit ahead of yourself? Are you thinking like, oh yeah, I'm capable? What if you go out there and you hurt yourself and your team is now one person down? That's very selfish. We've got to try and avoid that. If we're playing an individual sport, then it's all on you, I guess. And that's fine, as long as you're willing to live with the consequences. Hopefully that's made you think a little bit and helped you guys out a little bit. Thanks.